It's Mariah, and I'm back with another podcast. Today I want to talk about being the salt and light of the world. And I'm just going to start with the Bible verse, and it is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 through 16. And it says, "You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." And a short little summary, I'm going to try to keep it short because before, in the previous takes, it took forever. You are the flavor in a bland world. The Christians, the believers of Christ, you are the flavor in a bland world. Not to offend anyone. I really don't want to do that. But you are the salt of the earth. And if you lose the saltiness, this part I don't really understand. It says, how can it be made salty again? Because if I reference it to like real life, people lose their flair, but they get it back. People fall short, but they get back on track. People lose their love for God, but they come back stronger than before. So I don't really get that if you reference it to like real life situations. But the other part, it just talks about how if you lose your saltiness, the purpose is gone, because you came to bring flavor. But if you don't have the flavor, then how can you flavor? How can you season what needs to be seasoned? So there's no use for it anymore. Now, the light part, it talks about how you shouldn't dim your light, how you are the light of the world, and some people will try to dim your light. I'm just referencing it to real life. People will try to dim your light, but the purpose of a light isn't to be dimmed. The purpose of a light is for it to brighten up the space. So that's like a summary of the scripture pretty much. And I just want to expand on that a little bit more. Like, what does being the salt and light of the world even look like? And I kind of want to try to make a reference to like, yeah, I'm gonna try to make a reference, okay? Before I was going all over the place. My mind was like, so I'm gonna try. Let's use macaroni, baked macaroni. So the world is the baked macaroni before you put the seasoning, right? This is a baked macaroni. This is the seasoning. This is the believers of Christ and the Christians, okay? And this is the bland macaroni. You don't want bland macaroni. I'm telling you this now. Especially bland baked macaroni. No, that's horrible. So, your job as the salt, you have the fruits of the Spirit inside of you. You are the seasoning to the world that needs the fruit of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit, okay? So your purpose is to share, be a representation of God, be a representation of Jesus, and to share the fruits of the Spirit, which is love, kind, joy, peace, happiness, just all good things, right? So your job is to not too much, just enough, because if you share too much light to people, they will, it's kind of weird that, Okay, I'm getting sidetracked, but your job is to share love, joy, peace, kindness. You're supposed to share that with others. Sorry, little technical difficulty there. Little technical difficulties there. Sorry. But your job is to share love, joy, peace, kindness. There's more fruits of the Spirit, but what does that look like? So it looks like lending and helping hand, cleaning up after somebody whose mess wasn't yours. Because a lot of people, surprisingly, when you try to tell them to clean up a mess, they're just like, that's not mine. And I don't know if it's just me, but I just look at them and I'm just like, and that doesn't mean you leave it there. You pick it up. But I don't know, that just might be my preferences. But you clean up a mess you didn't even make. Sometimes you don't have to, but sometimes you should, because that's sharing, showing kindness, and like Yeah. Handling a situation of conflict peacefully, not engaging in it, not instigating, giving someone a compliment, opening a door for someone, picking up something someone else dropped. Just, it doesn't have to be big. It could be very small. Just, that's what it looks like. And I want to give an example. I really want to give an example. So, let's say someone's arguing with you, and it's about a seat. You sat in somebody's seat, and they was just like, get out of my seat, and you didn't even know you were sitting in their seat, but you was like, okay, I'll give you a seat, I'll switch over. And then they wanted to keep on arguing with you, saying, yeah, that's what I thought. And usually some people, they would be like, what'd you just say? Huh? They'll engage in that, but just walk away. So that's what being the salt and the light of the world looks like. Being the light of the world just means you don't let people dim your light. You don't let people try to tune down your love for God, because if you love God really, truly, then show it.
But overall, being the salt and the light of the world means to share the fruits of the Spirit, to glorify the Father in heaven, and to spread love and kindness to those who need it. Because nowadays, the opposite of the fruits of the Spirit are getting shown and promoted and normalized. So smile, open a door, help a person who needs it, because you never know how much they actually really needed it.
But yes, thank you guys so much for tuning into Mariah Speaks. And I will see you guys later. Deuces!